in today's world, we don't take the time to have conversations like this that have meaning and that have that depth to them. And so breaking them down the way we have with, the first hour being can be for individuals who are just thinking about beginning their journey as a mentor, or for people that perhaps have limited experience in the mentoring space. And then fast forward to the last hour, which is the more in-depth tips, tricks, tools, techniques, and storytelling about actual real life situations that, here's how you could apply these tools and tips and stuff like that. I think that I just wish that when I was starting my mentoring journey that I had something like this to be able to kind of plug into and say, oh yeah, I remember that now. Okay. And so I think it's a great place, and it's a great format for those that are listening in to sort of say, I think I want to come back next week because I'm not sure, and maybe I'll think of something in the interim that I can send into Stephen or Doug and get added to the agenda. So I think this is a golden opportunity to get a better understanding of mentoring, of effective mentoring, the processes and the concepts, and how you can apply them in everyday situations.
Yes. Well, the other thing that we're going to do is in the show more notes with the being on YouTube and wherever else the video gets shown, we're going to be putting a couple of websites up for you. One would be the mentoring library. And so it's wealthmovement.com/mentor library. No, mentoring library, sorry, mentoring-library. We also are putting together some workshops, and they would be at wealthmovement.com/mentor-workshops. If you're looking at the certification, then the best place to start is wealthmovement.com/mentor-schools, and then that'll take you in, and you can just follow the sequence. So there's lots of ways that you can step into moving forward with your mentoring. And there are other ways like this. The next 10 Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, Doug and I, for the most part, because maybe Doug has to not come for one and I may not come for another, but for the most part, we're going to be available to have these conversations, these community conversations about mentoring. And we're inviting the community in, right? Because I think there's three things that I just like to share about why we're doing this community. And there are elements of this notion, is that there's a disregard for status. This is not about, well, this is only for C-level executives, or no, this is for the front shop or something. It's not about that. Mentoring is about the mentoring, and we're not talking about the status aspect of this, okay? Then there's the community is formed around a domain of common, like the level of commonness, that some of it could be concern. Well, I'm not sure about what's happening around mentoring, but it can also be the domain of appreciation. What's working really well, and being able to share from that perspective, that joyful perspective. And the last piece is that it's very inclusive. We are opening this up so that all can have introduction to mentoring. We do our best to be inclusive of all the possibilities. One of the key phrases, and we used it today, is we're not into the place of doing harm for self or others, and we're working within the realm of the ethics that we share as human to human. That's where we're coming from. But there will be times we don't agree with each other about use of words or the use of a technique, and we sometimes will get those blank looks on each other's faces and things like that. But at the end of the day, it's about being inclusive, right? And being able to deal with the diverse perspectives, and we welcome those from those who are listening in. And Doug made an excellent point. Send us your questions. If there's something you want to learn about, we'll put it into either the first hour or the second hour. We'll do what we can to get it answered. And if it requires a little bit more of a faster response, then one of us will get a note to you about what we can do. And so with that, Doug, last thought.
No, this has been great, and I look forward to next week.
I do as well. And as I end most of my videos, take care.